Hola comunidad de Roastbrief, continuamos en Loma. Hoy tenemos el gusto de platicar con Michael Smith, quien es co-founder de Loyalty Security Alliance. Hi Michael, how are you? How was your talk? All the people was really interested about the topic that you took that was about fraud.
No one wants to sit and talk about fraud, especially following a great presentation from Vivo Aerobus. But it's a topic we need to talk about. Because sadly it is on the increase.
And it's really interesting because it's really important to know about the different things that we can know about the frauds and all the things that could happen. But I would like to start this interview asking you, what are the most common types of fraud that you have seen in loyalty programs today?
So there are two main types of fraud. So what we refer to as traditional fraud. So that's where customers are in on the fraud. It's where staff members are taking part, and they're getting a benefit from the program that the program managers didn't design it for. And the huge increase has been in what they call account takeover. So this is where the account, the loyalty account that people have and where their value is sitting in, gets compromised, and those points are taken out, turned into value, a flat screen TV, a gift card, and not delivered to the member, so they're stolen.
Okay, and how can the companies balance our experience with these stronger frauds prevention measures?
So ultimately, it's a balance.
Okay.
So the balance is that you want it to be a good customer experience. So that people can get easy access to their account, but the fraudsters have a little bit more difficulty getting into the account. And that is a balance, and it's about program design, it's about terms and conditions, and it's about using technology to actually stop people getting into the accounts, the fraudsters getting into the accounts in the first place.
And do you consider for the enterprise it's important to know about these kind of technologies?
Yes, for this particular session, we didn't go into those details.
Okay.
But there's a range of companies out there that both at the cybersecurity level, with a whole range of tools that actually are spotting when systems are being constantly hit.
Okay.
And then there's another lot of companies that have technology that can detect when an account has got compromised, so where a fraudster has got into the account.
God, that's interesting.
And so I'll give you a little bit of information. This is not publicly available yet.
Okay.
It will be coming out shortly, but we did some research to find out, small sample, but where people real people had their accounts compromised. And the interesting statistic that came out of that was half the people in our survey were told by the program that their account had been compromised and the account was frozen. And that was technology. So the technology knew before the customer did that the account had been attacked, and the program locked it down. So the technology is there, it's working, depending on which program you're with and which technology provider you're using, but that's been a big change in the last few years.
That's really important. And well, for all the experience, all the background that you have, what is loyalty fraud often underestimated by the brands?
So the challenge is, how do you measure it? So how do you measure the loss? So again, what will appear in our research is we've asked the people who had real people who had their accounts compromised, how much they lost. So you'll have to watch out, because I don't want to reveal that number just yet.
Okay.
But if you scale it up, right, it's a lot of money. It's not a small sum of money. And this event shows it. Programs are out there creating huge amount of value for their members.
Okay.
Right? There are billions sitting in these accounts. One great example, so Delta Airlines in the US, they have something like roughly $10 billion sitting on their balance sheet to pay for redemptions. American Express membership rewards, it's about $14 billion. Right, real money.
A lot of
okay, so you only need a small percentage of that to be compromised, but that to be a lot of money.
Yeah, and for the enterprise and brands, they have to understand it
Yeah.
and have the, a really good point of view of that, and obviously try to understand all the data that they have, right?
Yeah.
To estimate and understand what is happening, right? Well,
Yeah.
the last question is about the role that loyalty security alliance play in building industry-wide the solutions.
So
Can you share it about it?
yeah, I can. We're not selling anything, right? We sit and we help programs.
Okay.
So we share best practice.
The best.
Because I'm not selling anything, people will talk to us, right? And they will tell us what's happening. So the story I was talking about with the AI tool that's calling up, right? It's calling up and trying to get into accounts. Okay, it's a chatbot. It's AI generated.
Okay.
It's happening at scale, so it's not 1 or 2 times a day, right? We know that because we're talking to the programs and they're sharing that with us, right? Now we're not saying who it is, right? And that way we can warn other programs. We can share out what that best practice is. And ultimately, this is about making sure that members have a good experience, right? But also that it's a safe and a secure one.
And know that best practice, it's really important, right?
Yeah.
And well, you touched a really good point that I consider that it's so relevant nowadays, that it's AI. Can you share something about us and how the AI have this mix with the frauds? And
So I did a presentation at the Australian Loyalty Association, and part of that was I didn't put it together with someone else. They had created an avatar of themselves,
Okay.
and they typed in the script, right? And the script was telling a more junior person that they were sending them a secure link to change their password
Okay.
so that they could get into that person's account.
That's
And
crazy, right?
so AI generated avatar, right? AI generated voice, so recorded his voice. And this particular person who did this,
Oh my God.
well, his wife couldn't tell that the AI generated voice wasn't him. So the AI is already there. It's writing better phishing emails. It's doing things like calling up, and it's scale. As I said, I don't mean 1 or 2 times. It's calling up thousands of times to try and get into accounts. So it's here already. It's happening.
It's happening, right?
It's happening right here, right now.
And well, Michael, thanks so much for this interview.
Yeah, well, thank you
your
for
time
asking.
and
So-
for having you here today,
Yeah.
and for all the community of Roastbrief. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.
Thank you.